get yourself dressed instead of running around and pulling on your threads and breaking yourself up. If it's a broken part, replace it. If it's a broken arm, then brace it. If it's a broken heart, then face it. And hold your own, know your name, and go your own way. Hold your own, know your name, and go your own way.
We are living in not a utopia, we are living in a dystopia. We are missing one of the most essential things to human life. Stories. Lots and lots. Eddie, you have to stop doing this. Alright, I'm sorry about that, class. Eddie, this is important stuff. You know why? Because we're living in a dystopia, not a utopia. Now, how stories make us human. Now, everybody has a story. That's what makes you human. It's a story of what... Toby, do you have something to say to the class?
Why, yes, I do. I would like to tell the whole class that you're wrong.
May I ask how so?
You are wrong because you said this is a dystopia. This is a utopia. We don't need stories. Stories cause disorder, violence, and all that otherness that we don't have.
Everything will be fine.
The court is now in session. Prosecutor, present your case.
Your Honor, the defendant has broken several of our utopian society laws, which state that we are a peaceful utopian society that does not tolerate any disruptive conflicts or disturbances of the peace. The defendant has broken Law 236, subsection B, by teaching stories in our schools.
Let the Grand Court know that I just teach stories in no means of harm. I just teach them because my father, another prestigious professor, taught me that way.
The defendant has also violated Law 238, subsection B, by publishing a book of stories, teaching people to say whatever they want and how they want. There are many corrective consequences that can result because of this. Therefore, the defendant is guilty.
Are there any objections?
I have one. I object because I was in Dr. G. Max's class and he taught me that stories have a meaning to your life. I had a vow of silence for 5 years after my husband died in the line of duty. And being in his class helped me express myself and know that like stories, they give meaning to your life and they're very important to everyone. Everyone should have a story. Everyone has a story.
We'll now take a 5-minute recess for deliberation.
I find it a great concern that, in a place of learning, that, one would punish students for trying to tell stories that maybe tell the truth, stories that may not necessarily be ones that certain people are comfortable with, so forth and so on. But I would hope that an institution of higher education would encourage their students, to look at other points of view, because that's really what a true education should be. That storytellers have been incredibly important, and unfortunately, sometimes storytellers were punished by fearful politicians or fearful other people of the truth. So stories then have played a very, very important role. Some people only think of them as being entertaining. Some people think they're always, profound. But a storyteller can bring in humor. They can bring in serious points. They can do all of this by weaving it into a make-believe world, but a make-believe world that actually gets you to think in certain ways about the real world.
Okay, the court is now back in session. Due to substantial evidence showing that the defendant has not caused any harm to any person, the Grand Court has decided that in the case of the State versus Dr. G-Max, the defendant is found not guilty and changes will be made to the written law.
Hang on, help is all.
I don't get it. How is he not guilty? This makes no sense.
Everything will be fine. Everything. All the details in the fabric, all the things that make you panic, all your thoughts results of static claim, all the things that make